Hi, welcome back to Liberal Crime Squad, the Let's Play and tutorial. So, when we last left off, we had Jasmine Wolf, and she really needs to get some subordinates, because one person is just not enough to mount a revolution. 2, 3, 4? Now we're talking. Actually, you probably want a few more than that, but hey, you gotta start somewhere. So, we're gonna take our squad, and we've already got it selected up here. We got Jasmine Wolf, and so we want to take Jasmine Wolf and send her out into the field. So we're going to press F to go forth, and we're going to pick a location. Now, our first order of business, we want to get somebody who has some sympathetic viewpoints, just a good sidekick with a lot of heart. So we're going to pick the University District, which seems like a nice liberal location. But more importantly, I happen to know that they have the Tofu Garden Vegan Co-op down here, so I'm going to press G for that. And now it says that we're going to the Vegan Co-op. No time has passed. I still have to press Wait a Day, similar to when I hit Activate Liberals and I set my character up to search opinion polls. Now I'm just going to go to this Vegan Co-op at the end of the day. So I press W to wait a day, and now, instead of doing what I ordered Jasmine to do before, which was volunteering, I just wanted to clear the opinion polls off. I'm going to go with the Liberal Crime Squad, move forward, go to the Vegan Co-op. Now I've got this completely new interface, so I'm going to run around until I run into a hippie character, because I figure they'll be nice and sympathetic. Pretty easy. Hey, I'm in the Tofu Garden Vegan Co-op. What do you expect? So I'm going to talk, and I'm going to say, well, I could talk to this teenage high school dropout, but I'm going to talk to this hippie, and we're going to talk about politics. Do you want to hear something disturbing? What? Corporate executives use giant corporations as a means to become parasites that suck the wealth out of this country and put it back into their pockets. That is disturbing. What can I do? After more discussion, the hippie agrees to come by later tonight. Great. Time to go home. So I'm just going to wait for a while until we succeed in recruiting Phoebe. But in order to do that, we have to convince her that it's worth giving up peace and love to become a violent criminal for the cause. So we could ask for a donation, but she's just curious what this is about. She's not really committed to helping. That's not going to work. She'll probably just leave. We could offer to let her join the Liberal Crime Squad, but we're violent criminals. Why would she do that? She's a peace and love, you know? We could spend some money on a book and some props to try and push her in the right direction, give her a good idea, put thoughts in her head. Yeah, but that costs money, and we don't feel like spending a lot of money. So we're going to casually chat. Try and rely on, oops, I just pressed C. Wow. So she's going to turn me down, and I'm going to have to go forth again, go back to the Vegan Co-op. This is, I got to admit, it's not the best interface, though I usually do better. So I'm going to actually try this college student then. Have a conversation about politics. What? In the name of the war on terror, we've sacrificed our soul by letting the government torture and abuse human beings on our behalf. Gadzooks, something must be done. All right, sweet. So we've got another person happy to talk to us. So we're going to talk about immigration. They think that's cool. Think we're very insightful. We're going to meet again tomorrow. So now we're just going to lay low, and I'm going to wait another day because I want to go to the next day's meeting. Now, what I really want is for this curious what this is all about to be, they're really passionate about the cause. So I'm going to keep chatting with them and keep explaining views. And I can wait, and normally I would do other things, but I want to keep this focused because I want to keep this as part of a tutorial. I want to show you how to do this. So we're going to keep moving on, and you can see how, the days has advanced. We started on day 1, and now it's up to the 6th. So we're going to keep waiting and keep going. And now Lena Stiver is now ready to fight for the liberal cause. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to offer to let her join the Liberal Crime Squad as a full member. And she accepts and is eager to get started. We're going to invite her to come to Mackenzie Apartments as a regular member, so she's going to join our squad. The other option would be to let her stay as a sleeper agent. That's not really useful in this case as a college student, but we will have a couple characters that will be useful for. Now the next thing is we want to put her into the squad. Now, when I'm selected on this character, you can't see the rest of the squad. If I press 0, I'll get the rest of the squad. But wait, where's Lindsay, or whatever her name was? Didn't we just recruit somebody? So we have to go to R, recruit liberals and form squads. And then we can press A to select the liberal crime squad. That's our starting squad. Now you note that only one character is with this squad next to it. That's Jasmine Wolf, the founder. Lena Stiver is here and available, but isn't set in the squad. So I press B and then press enter for the squad is ready. And now she's in our squad. There we go. So now she'll go with when we go someplace. Next thing I want to do is I want to say, well, I've got this nice security uniform, but Lena Stiver only has some clothes. So what we're going to do is we're going to select Activate Liberals, and we're going to say, Lena Stiver, okay, you are going to make some clothing, and we're going to try and give Lena Stiver a security uniform. But it's extremely difficult for her because she doesn't have very good tailoring skill. She's going to try it anyway. It's going to cost a little bit for materials, but as we wait, she's made a 4th-rate security uniform. She's absolutely terrible at this, so we're actually going to tell Lena Stiver to stop, and I do that by selecting her and saying nothing for now. We're going to say, forget the 4th-rate security uniform. No, actually, yeah, we'll go to E for Equip Squad, and select A, and then for that security uniform, we're going to give it to Lena Stiver. So she's going to wear this 4th-rate security uniform, but it's going to be a pretty awful disguise. But really what we want is somebody who's a little better at making disguises, because if we want to sneak around places, we can't be, looking like we made this security uniform at home. We need a real one. So we need somebody who's good at this stuff. I know just the place. So I'm going to say, go forth. I'm going to say, now go to the industrial district, where we're going to start liberating some sweatshop workers at the garment making factory. So we're going to go down here, and we're going to try and get in. Try and pick the lock. Yes. Unlock the door. Why? Because Jasmine Wolf has those nice thief skills. If you don't have that, you can actually go downtown and you can get a crowbar, which will let you break through doors consistently. Or you can maybe equip a weapon and try and bash your way through it. One thing to note is your liberals don't really know how to kick down doors, it's some kind of tough conservative guy thing. So they're not going to be very good at breaking down doors if they're not equipped with something. You can try it, but don't get your hopes up. So we can come in here. Now, while we're in here, we might notice this textile equipment. So we're going to press U to use, and then we see this, and we can destroy it. So I'm going to press Y for yes, and we're going to smash up some equipment here. So we see all these sweatshop workers and the security guard. Now, we're going to start making some serious trouble. We're going to release all these people. They're going to join the squad immediately, all 4 of these, because these are oppressed people. And naked sweatshop workers laboring under the stern gaze of these security guards. And then we're going to jump this security guard. And none of us are armed, so we're just going to start beating on this guy, throwing punches. And he's actually armed with a .44 Magnum. So he's actually counterattacking Pam here, because she isn't very good with melee. So you can see these skill numbers. The first number is the total skill points the character has. The second is their skill with their currently equipped weapons. So only Jasmine and Phoebe have any kind of skill with unarmed combat. But they're all going to throw these punches, and then the security guard is going to shoot at Rosaline. So even though there's 6 of us, he's got a gun, and we're just going to decide to get out of here. Fortunately, he hasn't hit anybody, so we're getting out. Big news story about this fight. Big news story. We've broken onto the scene. That's pretty awesome. Now everybody knows who we are, and we've intimidated some people. And the thing is, when I type 3 and I get this pops up, see tailoring 4. If I press 4, I can see the next character tailoring 3, next character tailoring 5, next character tailoring 3, and some security skills. So you can see that these characters now, we have several people who have decent tailoring skills, so we can now make disguises. It's going to be important because they're all naked, but I don't really need 4 of them. So what am I going to do? I mean, that's okay, right? Doesn't matter, right? But if I come in here and I look at my professional thief character, aside from the fact that she's wanted for assault now, the thing you might notice is she's now at 5 recruits out of 6 max. Perhaps we should look at getting rid of some of those extra people. That will be where we pick up next.